I remember one of those dark days in our history in Birmingham, Alabama, 1963. Willie Mays was playing baseball. In fact, he hit about 40 home runs that year. But back in his hometown in Birmingham, Alabama, Klansmen put a bomb under the stairwell of the 16th Street Baptist Church, and 4 little Sunday school girls died that day because of the color of their skin. Dr. Martin Luther King must have had a heavy heart when he preached their funeral. But during those dark times, and we might say today we face some of those dark times in this nation and in this world, Dr. King told us that he believed in us, not just those of us who were there then, but you who would come in the future. And he went to Washington, D.C. with 250,000 people sitting at his feet and millions watching on television when he said, "You can do it." He said that I have a dream that one day in the red clay hills of Georgia, that the sons and daughters of former slaves and the sons and daughters of former slave owners will sit down around the table of brotherhood. It's been a long time since Dr. King left us, but I think if he was still here today, he would still have that same faith in this generation and these students here. And I think if he was making that speech today, if I might be so bold as to put words in this great American's mouth, he might say that I have a dream that one day in the red clay hills of Georgia, and today he might add in the barrios, in the ghettos, and on the reservation, and in the seats of economic and political and judicial power in this nation, that the sons and daughters of former slaves and the sons and daughters of former slave owners, and today he might add, the homeless, the poor, the powerless, and those who hold the keys to the economic and political power in this nation will sit down around the table of personhood and truly learn to love one another. Our challenge is simple. It's a thing called justice. You hold the keys to the gates of justice for the next generation. Human rights begin close to home, in our schools, in our communities, and in our workplaces. And it's in these places that people look to equal and fair treatment. And if they can't find justice and fairness in these places, then we'll look in vain for progress in a larger world. But I know that you won't be satisfied until, in the words of the prophet Amos and the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks and so many more who've gone before you, Cesar Chavez and others, you will not be satisfied until justice rolls down like waters. Thank you very much.